Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're back on the main account again. Really had a lot of fun making that last video where we got 99 cooking through the bake pie spell. I ended up getting a ton of total experience. We finally got our second 99 and we are well on our way to getting 99 magic, ranged, and well, hit points kind of. Now after finishing the cooking grind, I didn't have very much money left over. Shortly here I will be getting a cash infusion from my flipping account. But still, that doesn't really leave me with a ton of money to exactly max a buyable skill that's going to be very expensive. So initially I was thinking, well, maybe I should just go ahead and max fire making. It'll be pretty quick, fairly inexpensive. So I kind of started working on that, but then I kind of paused and thought, fire making is pretty much the most useless skill out there. You don't really get anything for leveling it up, so getting 99 fire making, you might as well do it later on because it doesn't really provide your account with many benefits. So instead of that, I decided I would go with construction because my house is complete shit right now. It doesn't do anything. While I do have 70 construction, I really haven't invested any money or any time into having a nice house. Now the goal for today is to get a maxed POH. Now I'm not going to get 99 construction, I don't have the money for it yet, but I should have enough money to get to around level 83 or 84, which at that point I can get a boost and pretty much max out my house. In the background here I'm going to show you an image on kind of how I want it to look. I want to go for a kind of a minimalistic look. I don't really like the cluttered houses because I don't really want to use it for anything other than functionality. So mainly today is going to be a construction grind, although I do have a few other requirements I need to get out of the way. A couple quests, a couple achievement diaries, stuff like that. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy and let's get started. Now to level up construction, I'm going to be doing it with the quickest method possible, or I should say the quickest reasonable method possible. We're going to be doing mahogany tables, which currently has a cost of around 15 GP per XP. So it's a little under twice as expensive as using oak planks, but the XP rates are going to be quite a bit quicker. With mahogany tables, you can get upwards of 900k an hour, but I don't even know, I've tried, but I've not quite gotten that experience rate yet. Obviously, we need to practice quite a bit more. Now, the reason I'm going with mahogany planks is one, the whole point of this is to try to do methods that are the quickest possible because we'll have a lot of money to do it with. And two, I have tendonitis, so I can't really afford to do more construction than is absolutely necessary. So I'm going to need 13,680 mahogany planks, which is going to have a cost of about 30 million GP, which will leave me with about 10 mil left over for the butler cost and a few other things. Here's our very first construction level, 71 construction. We started at 70. There is level 72 construction. Clearly the way I'm doing this right now is not the most efficient. Even after doing this for like 8 minutes straight, XP rates are only around 650k right now. Obviously, still not very well practiced with this. Okay, I kind of realized that I will need to grow another cat because apparently I let my other one die. I don't even remember how that happened. But yeah, we're going to go buy some of these karambwanis, which is a stackable food source that I can give to my kitten. The plan currently is to stew boost once I get 83. I haven't really done much stew boosting. I've heard it's awful, so there's a chance I may just say fuck it and go and get a few more construction levels. Okay, well there we go, we're up to 700k XP per hour, which is better, still 200k shy of what apparently the EXP rate is. I think I probably am not doing the correct strategy. Right now I'm only building 2 tables in between when my butler leaves and comes back, because there's actually a few seconds of downtime almost. Okay, still hovering around the 700k mark, but we are all the way up to level 74 construction. And there is level 75 construction. Level 76. Okay, that was a fairly inefficient couple of minutes, but there we go, there's 77 construction. Okay, well that is a bit better. We're up to 780k an hour. We didn't actually change anything. I just, well, I guess I just really didn't miss any ticks. There is 79 construction. There is level 80 construction. Alright guys, I kind of figured it out. We're at around 850k an hour, so there's still a little room for improvement, but what you have to do is you need to send your butler away when you've built one of the tables. And while he's gone, you need to really just hustle to make 3 tables by the time it gets back. Most of the time you won't be able to remove that final table, but if you get it done in time, the planks will enter your inventory and you're not going to be losing any ticks. Also, if anyone's wondering, I have that green marker at the bottom because if you put your mouse down there, you can right click left clicked immediately to build a table, which saves you a lot of clicking. And there we go, there's level 81 construction, just 2 more levels to go. There is level 82 construction, 1 more level to go until we can pretty much get our +5 boost and build mostly everything we want. Okay, that final level was brutal. My arms are actually really tired. Even doing this for like half an hour is a struggle. Going for 99 construction is going to be difficult. I'm honestly going to have to do it in probably like 20 or 30 minute increments at best. Okay, but we are done. That is going to be it for now. 83 construction, which means with a +5 boost from the stew and a +3 boost from the crystal saw, that will get us to 91 construction, which is enough to make the ornate jewelry box, the ornate pool, the occult altar. But yeah, look at this house. Oh my god, it's a piece of crap. We really need to fix this thing up. Now we're just kind of waiting for our cat to grow here, and I decided I would do a bit of fishing. Now I am 1 skill off having base 60s. I know that's really sad, but the last one is rune crafting, so you know what, it's kind of understandable. I have a fresh kitten, so it's going to be about 3 more hours of AFKing. Okay, so we are demolishing our previous house. We don't really want to keep much in here. Right now the layout is fucked. I don't know how I picked this. I think I just slowly moved things around in my house as I needed them. So most of these buildings are going to be destroyed. A few of them are going to be moved. My dear old portal room, the only useful thing with this house, is now going to be destroyed as well to make room for the new nexus. Okay, so there we go. Here's our basic layout. There's still 1 more building we need to make, but we, for the most part, replicated the basic layout of all of the more useful buildings. We're going to have our occult altar on the left, the portal nexus on the right, and we're going to have the spirit tree / fairy ring to the north, and we're going to have the obelisk to the northeast once we go ahead and make that. Okay, here's our very first construction on the account. We have the portal nexus. Now, I would like to get the maxed level nexus, but unfortunately, I need 92 construction, which is going to require a few more construction levels. With this tier of the nexus, I'll have 8 teleports, which granted should be enough, although in hindsight I wouldn't put in the basic teleports, as you can pretty easily get that with just a rune pouch. However, with that said, I'm probably going to be adding in the final tier of the nexus, which means I'll be able to have all of the teleports in here. Alright, next up here we're going to work on our pool space, which we can get a resurrection pool right now. And there we go, we've upgraded it to the final tier of pool. Unfortunately, we still need to get a boost to get the ornate one, but we're most of the way there. Alright, so we have another cash infusion from my flipping account. Once again, it's going to be around 20 mil. I will gladly take that because I'm almost out of money already. Alright, there we go. We have a fully grown cat. We can now get spicy stews. Now, I've heard it is pretty bad without having a wily cat. I'm going to give it a try, see if I can get lucky. Otherwise, I might just get the construction levels because that'll probably be quicker than getting the cat. My god, we have to buy a pharaoh scepter. That's so expensive. That's like 7 mil just for that. Oh, this is so exciting. We can build the ancient altar, which means we can finally venerate and change our spellbook, currently just to the ancient spellbook. And one thing I kind of forgot is I have no Arceus favor, which means I need to go get 100% favor before I can build the occult altar. Oh man, this is pretty bad, guys. With the regular cat, you have to heal it like every other hit. I'm going to give this a shot, but I already hate it, and I've only been doing it for like 10 minutes, so I don't really know if this is going to be viable for me. Okay, one other requirement that I totally overlooked is that you need to complete Fairy Tales Part 2, actually complete the quest, so that you can get the fairy enchantment or something. It's a requirement to build a fairy ring in your house, so we went ahead and finished the quest, and there we go, that's some free rune crafting experience. I'll be taking that. We can get the fairy enchantment, that is it, and now we can go ahead and build a fairy ring in our house, although we do need to get the boost. And we can't use a crystal saw for it, unfortunately. Well, I've totally given up on the spicy stews, but luckily in your house you can get a +3 boost from a POH, which will be enough to make the spirit tree, which is arguably probably one of the most useful things to put in your POH. Having a teleport that is that close to a fairy ring is useful for so many different things. So I'm really excited to have it. So like I said, I've given up on the spicy stews, which means I need to get 2 more construction levels, which is going to cost me about 10 more mil. And we don't really have much money to spare here. That's pretty much what I have left in the bank, so it's going to be a little tight affording everything, but I think we'll be able to do it. Look at that, guys. Now that was a good hour. We pretty much got 900k the entire time, and that was for, that was for 15 minutes. Like I could actually do construction for a full hour. But there we go, there's 84 construction. I will need to get one more level to do everything I want without the spicy stews, but overall it's just going to be better. I'm going to have more construction experience and I'm not going to hate my life so badly. Okay, with that construction level though, we can get the ornate rejuvenation pool, which is very, very useful because it restores HP, prayer, special attack, I think, run energy, pretty much everything. So we finally have that. That is another really important thing to have in your house. Now to get the Occult Altar, I do need 100% Arceus favor. Luckily, it's one of the easiest ones to do. And also, I'm pretty sure I haven't found the teleportation scroll yet, which is pretty funny. Speaking of that, there we go. We can now teleport to Kourend, which is really useful because getting to the catacombs right now is a bit of a chore. I don't really have a teleport that is close by. Okay, there we go, guys. That only took about half an hour to get 100% favor, which is really, really good. With the Runelight plugin, it's a breeze. We can now use the Arceus spellbook, as well as we can now finally get our Occult Altar. Okay, so this thing is probably one of the most expensive things that you reasonably build in your house. The Occult Altar, there we go. That thing costs about 15 mil in total or something like that. I don't know, it's pretty pricey, but extremely useful. We can now change our spellbook to Lunar's, Arceus, the ancient spellbook with ease without having to go to anywhere else except for our own POH. One other thing I'm going to build here is the Obelisk, and I don't really foresee myself using this much, but I just want to have a perfect house in my eyes. Oh my god, it is done. We are level 85 construction. You can see by my experience rate, we were not doing this very efficiently. But there we go, we can now get a +6 boost, and that will be enough to get us our ornate jewelry box, which is the last thing we need to build. There we go, guys. We have built our entire house. So we're going to remove a couple of buildings, but there we go. My dream is completed and I'm pretty happy with the result. So there's actually one last thing I kind of forgot about, and that is to do with the Wilderness Obelisk. Now, you can't actually choose what location to go to, which kind of makes it almost useless, not entirely. But to have access to being able to choose, you need to do the Wilderness Hard Diaries, which actually pretty much have the requirements for, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, we finished the easy diaries pretty easily. We didn't have too much trouble there, and pretty much all of the lamps are going to be going on to rune crafting. Thank you very much. And here it is, guys. This is going to be base 60s. I know, don't say anything. Okay, so one requirement that I didn't realize I would need is a quest between a rock, which we just went ahead and completed. We need it for the medium wilderness diary. Oh, this is a bad idea. This is not a good decision. I decided to run in here without any god protection because I was really poor. Hopefully I can get out here in time. Oh my god. So we needed between a rock and a hard place to create the golden helmet, which is another diary requirement, but that is it. We're done with the medium diaries now. That is going to be another 7,500 runecrafting experience. Thank you very much. One of the requirements for the hard diaries is to make an Adamant Scimitar, so we just went ahead and got 2 smithing levels. So with a Dwarven Stout matured, we're able to get a +2 boost from 73, which allows us to make the Adamant Scimitar. That's actually the very first time I've been happy to get PK'd. I actually needed to use a god spell on someone. That is it, guys. There we go. We finished off the hard wilderness diaries. The requirements for that are actually pretty low. I was very surprised. The highest requirement, I think, was 75 smithing, which really isn't that bad. Okay, we're going to check this into runecrafting, but the main reward here is that we can now select what destination to go to with the Wilderness Obelisk in our POH specifically. So yeah, now we can go ahead and right-click on the obelisk and set our destination. We can select level 19 Wilderness, and when we activate it, we go completely somewhere else. What the hell? Okay, I figured it out, guys. You have to right-click and hit teleport to destination instead. So here is our finalized house. We have 6 rooms. There are a few improvements I want to make eventually, but for all intents and purposes, we have a max POH as far as functionality goes. Things I could improve is, for one, this is meant to be a costume room. I didn't get around to making it yet, but it's really just kind of extra storage, and my bank isn't really that full yet anyway. I'm going to upgrade my portal nexus to the 3rd tier, and eventually at level 95 construction, I can get a spirit tree here as well. But definitely not a huge rush on that. And finally here, I wanted to have a look at the total cost of doing this, as well as how long you could expect it to take if you use Mahogany Planks. Now the largest and the most major cost is of course the construction levels, which from 70 to 85 construction with the Mahogany Planks costed about 38.5 mil. Now it would only be about 30 mil if you went to 83 construction, but as you know, I decided not to take that other route. The next largest cost was the Occult Altar, which costed me actually about 12.5 mil just for that one. A very expensive upgrade, but again, very useful. Next appeared the portal nexus was around 6 mil, including the teleports that I put in it. If you're really on a budget, you could keep to the portal chamber and not really lose too much time or efficiency. The ornate rejuvenation pool is around 2.5 mil, and the ornate jewelry box was just about 750k. So including the butler cost, it cost me about 60 mil to go from 70 to 85 construction and pretty much max my POH. And the time it took me to do this was pretty low, honestly. The construction levels only took me about 3.5 hours to 4 hours to do. On average, I was probably getting 700k an hour. Yes, that's not EXP, but just the reality of it is it's just really not possible to do a high click intensive method for that long, at least for me. However, the entire process took me about 9 or 10 hours because I had quite a few other requirements to do, like getting Arceus favor, completing a few quests, completing the diaries, altogether maybe 9 to 10 hours. So time-wise, a really good investment because this is going to save me a lot of time in the future, and it really only took me a full day to complete. Cost-wise, yes, it's pretty expensive, but still, I think it's worth it. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a comment down below what you think I should go for next. I'm hoping to max with my combat skills next, either magic or ranged. Probably going to be chinning on defensive mode, but if you have any other suggestions, let me know down below. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.